champion now. If you thought I was a pain in the ass before, you got no idea what you're in store for.
Who the fuck is that guy?
The Doctor and the Driver podcast
starts now.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 18 of The Doctor and the Driver. This is the driver, Gage, joined by co-host and producer Alex the Doctor. It's a Sunday morning over here for me, Sunday afternoon for everyone else, or for Alex and for our guest. We're going to have Godmode _ MMA 2.0 is his Instagram page. We're going to have him on. If any of you don't follow him, you should. He's got this crazy like algorithm bot machine thing. He's going to explain it, and yeah, you can use his fight predictions for. There we go. for
even your phone on its stand.
I know, and for bets and whatever, and it's pretty interesting. So I'll save it for him to explain. Yeah, so we'll be breaking down UFC 250 and see what else Godmode wants to talk to us about, or explain. What about you, Alex? You got anything to say?
No, and then we'll talk about some MMA news, some interesting things from our talk last week, Gage. It seems that I am not alone. John Jones was not alone in his feeling, and people on the internet are saying that you're a mouthpiece for Zuffa. I just saw that.
Did someone really say that?
Yeah, yeah.
To me?
Yeah, dude, on the YouTube boards, bro. Your name's ringing out.
I don't think so.
Gage, the driver. This guy's just big UFC, big MMA. Doesn't care about the fighters, dude. That's what people are saying. Okay.
I don't think that.
I'm not saying that.
Well,
other people are.
Okay. Well, for one,
and you don't care about the fighter's plight. So maybe later today you have a chance to defend yourself about your tyrannical comments from last week.
Okay. Well, for start with A. Not true at all. B, where are you hearing this from?
Dude, the boards, bro.
All right. Well, then, if that's true, then I'll gladly defend myself later on the show. So, if there's nothing else to say, then we'll go ahead and get Homeboy in here.
Let's get Godmode in here.
All right, let's do it.
Another German feller, as you would say, right?
I believe he's German. Yeah, we shall see. Like I can just tell by looking at him, if he's German or not. All right, let's give him a call. What's up, buddy?
Hey, guys.
How you doing?
How are you? I'm fine. And you?
Good. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Yeah, man, we've been trying to work out to have you on. Sorry, our schedules are weird, but I'm glad we finally could get a chance to talk to you. I've been curious.
Yeah, finding the time slot is really hard, huh?
Yeah.
For Europe people, yeah, and for American people.
Yeah, we're working on 3 different time zones right now. So I'm on the East Coast, Gage is the West Coast, and then are you German in Germany?
Yeah, I'm at the west side of Germany, next to the border of Netherlands and Belgium. But here we just have one time zone in Europe. Just we have summertime or winter time. So at the moment we have summertime, I guess. So it differs a little bit, just 1 hour or 2 hours to England or to Spain or something, but not 3 or 6 hours like yours.
Interesting. So do you have a name you want us to call you by, or do you just want us to call you Godmode?
Tom. No,
Tom.
Not Godmode.
Okay. Your name's not actually Godmode?
No. That's a page.
Tom, I like it. Okay, Tom. Well, my phone keeps falling over. It's nice to meet you, buddy. And
yeah,
we have a lot of questions for you and your little machine there, buddy.
Okay.
Alex can start us off.
Yeah, so I'm Alex. I'm the doctor. So my biggest question, I just was wondering, so what's your background and kind of why you started to do a prediction bot?
Do you mean from my profession, my background, or just from?
Yeah,
from
are you like a
MMA?
Computer focused and kind of it was easy for you to?
Yeah, I'm a software developer for my profession, and I'm working for an insurance company, as a software developer here in my hometown. And I like to watch MMA, and I like to gamble a little bit, to make a little bit excitement. And but I recognize when I bet, I'm getting too emotional. So, and that was my problem, and that's why I developed the bot to make my predictions stat-based, without emotions, just based on numbers. That's why I did it. Yeah.
Would you consider yourself a handicapper?
Not really.
No,
It's just for fun,
Yeah.
It's not
trying to beat handicappers.
Yeah, just to make things excited, nothing more. Maybe I don't know. Maybe in 2 years, or I don't know.
Yeah, maybe you'll get
I
a
can
call.
make a lot of money with it, but I don't know. It's just in exploring mode at the moment, So it's nothing what you can. What I know right now, okay, this will function. Maybe I just know in 1 year, or I give up in 6 months. I don't know, Just what I'm doing now. It's just because I try to find a model how to describe a fight, and maybe my model is true, maybe my model is wrong, and at the moment it looks quite good, I think. But this can change very quickly.
Do you have any stats, any unusual stats or something you could give us that you plug in the bot that maybe a lot of people wouldn't think about when they're making their own bets? I know you plug in very specific stats and things like that. I didn't know if there was something that maybe the casual person doesn't look at when they're betting or predicting a fight that you take into consideration with your bot.
I see some results, what is a little bit surprising for me, because at the moment the best stats is the fight record of a fighter, It's just over 60%. You will not know. I think other people think of something else, what is more decisive, for a fight to win. But it's the fight record right now, or strike defense, or strike absorb. Then what other things that significant strikes are more important? At the moment, I can say no, not really.
Okay. Interesting.
How many variables does your algorithm have right now?
Stats, it's kind of 20, 25. It's not per fighter. I collect per fighter 20, 25 stats. And when the fight is happening, then it's just a comparison, and the fighter who wins the comparison gets a score or gets a point. And their stats, they have a little bit more weight than other stats. For example, like I said before, strike absorb. So the fighter who wins gets a little bit more points, So, and what weight is it's a learning process, It's adjusted by the algorithm itself. I don't need to do it because it's learning. So yeah.
So every week it updates itself, basically, on what weighs in.
It's stats based, Stats are moving, stats are changing. So it's a natural thing, because it's stats based. So like I said, this that the fight record is very important. Give you over 60%. This can change in half a year,
Hey, friends and family, and whoever else is listening, fans perhaps, especially grappling experts. This episode is brought to you by Schismatic Industries. You want to look fresh, like me? You see this? See this handlebar mustache? Yeah, I'm looking fresh. I'm not really. It's just for fun. It's just to be silly for the show. Trust me, as soon as the show's over, the handlebar mustache will go away. But what will not go away is my Schismatic Industries rash guards in my closet, because I will wear them every time I train. Of course, I'll wash them. I'm not gross, but I will wear them because they're very fashionable, much unlike my handlebar mustache. If you don't know anything about Schismatic Industries, they are a jiu-jitsu apparel company that specializes in gi and no-gi apparel designed to make you perform and look your best on the mats. Listen, guys, no bullshit. I got the rash guards. They're sending me some more. They're amazing quality. They got this awesome tight little band around the bottom. Whether you want to tuck it in your shorts, whether you want to let it hang, does not matter. Will not ride up on you like all other rash guards. If you've worn them before, you know what I'm talking about. You know, maybe you skipped abs that week. Your belly's hanging out while you're grappling. You don't want any of that shit. You're not going to get it with Schismatic Industries. That shit will not ride up. Doesn't matter how much you sweat. Doesn't matter how much you stretch. Does not matter. If you want to get yourself some Schismatic Industries gi or no gi grappling apparel, you can visit them on Instagram. Their handle is at schismatic_industries, spelled SCHISMATIC_industries. Or you can visit them at schismaticindustries.com. Schismatic, surprisingly, is spelled exactly the same, so you should be able to find it. So get yourself some apparel. Stop looking like a bum on the mats. We know you don't have any skill. Neither do I. It's okay. It's better to look good than perform good. So where does it get? How do the confidence? How does that work? The low confidence, the normal confidence, the high confidence. Is that just a percentage thing, or how does that come into play?
No, I run the algorithm with different parameters. For example, as I said before, I'm looking for combinations, of combinations of stats which make the winner. For example, fight record and strike defense, for example, gives you a higher percentage.
I see.
And so this combination, it can you have some parameters for these combinations. For example, how much they occur and how is the win rate. For example, fight record and strike defense lost 50 times and won 100 times. So you have 75%, I think, win rate, Mm-hmm. So I run the bot with different parameters, and I think I run it 10 times. And when a fighter wins all the rounds, then it's a high confidence pick.
Okay.
When he loses one, then it's a normal. And when he loses more than one, then it's a low confidence pick. So that's how I get the confidence.
So you have to run it multiple times and then compare?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah. That makes sense. That's very fascinating.
Yeah.
Do you got anything else, or Alex, or do you want to talk about
I don't know anything about coding or.
Yeah, me neither.
It's another world. I wish I knew more about it.
You should start.
Yeah, I know. Everyone, it's the future. I should at least learn Java or something, I guess, or but yeah.
I start with it 2001, and I had no knowledge about it. In Germany, you make an apprenticeship, so you learn a job, and my job was software developer. And before I had no knowledge, and then I start 2001, and I would say, I guess, I'm an experienced developer. I would say now, after almost 20 years. Yeah.
Wow, that's a lot. Holy moly! They can't even count that high, buddy.
You answered all our questions about the bot, but we know, you're a big fight fan. We're fight fans. If you wanted to stay on with us and go through the last card, I'm interested to see, because you probably know a lot more on the stats than we do. At least have
Of course, we can do. Oh yeah, we can do.
So off the top, how did the bot do overall last night?
6 win and 6 lost overall. Okay. So 50%. That's not pretty good. I guess that's the second worst one, I think.
That's better than I did on my gambling picks.
But your Magni won, so.
He did win. Which did you think he lost the fight?
It was hard.
The second
Was
round was hard
close.
to pick. The second round was
Was
hard to pick.
First round was Martin. Second round was very close.
Yeah, he
Third
got
round
two
was
30-27s. I don't know how
all
that.
Magny, all overall.
Yeah.
It was only Magny.
Was it
But
30-27 everyone?
No, 2 judges gave him 30-27, which I was like, what?
I thought, well, Magny won the third for sure, right? And then Mark, I thought Martin won the first for sure, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was kind of the second one that was maybe in question. Is that what it was, or
Yeah.
unless you guys saw something I didn't see? I thought Martin won the first and Magny won the third, but the second one I was pretty unsure. Definitely not 30-27.
Yeah, that's what I was shocked by. 2 judges had 30-27. I was like, I don't know how they got that, but
you were successful last night with your pick?
No, not at all.
no.
Not at all.
I was big on Gage convinced me. All my parlays had Chase Hooper, so
Yeah, me
it
too.
just didn't. Oh man, he was like a boy against a man in there. I mean, he is 20, which is crazy.
I was invested, okay? I kind of know the guy.
But I run a little bit crazy later with Felicia Spencer. I put too much on her, I think.
I was very surprised your bot. I mean, maybe it was because you said, record's so important, and
yeah.
and every fight Spencer has pretty much dominated, other than the Cyborg fight until last night. So, I mean,
And especially, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Especially against Cyborg, you saw she can make it, huh? She can make it if she has the facility for that, you know.
Well, yeah, and last night, she went the distance, but
I'll give it that.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I mean, I mean, to be fair, I know your bot disagreed, but Alex and I kind of thought last night was about how it was going to play out. I just don't think she's had the level of competition, but and then again, Nunes is kind of almost invincible, so.
That's what I said, that's are working and that's are not working. That's the problem.
The problem I thought with that matchup, I think we talked about it last week on the show, was that Spencer's only method of victory, I think, was in the grappling department, and Nunes is a very, very, very high-level grappler. I mean, you see Nunes taking her down and being more successful on the ground, and she certainly didn't stand a chance striking. So it didn't match up to me. I thought there was no method of victory, in my opinion. I thought Nunes was just as good or better of a grappler, and that was Spencer's kind of only threat. That's why I kind of thought it was going the way it was going.
I was hoping that she's guessing out like in the last fight, she was guessing out a little bit.
With Geronimi?
Yeah. And so I thought maybe fourth or fifth round it can be possible, but no chance. She's the GOAT. I
think she's better at 145.
Yeah.
I think maybe that has a play with her gas tank. Maybe she said her last weight cut was really hard, and like you said, she was getting tired in that fight against Geronimi. So maybe 145 is a better for her. She doesn't have to cut as much weight. She probably has better chin, better gas tank, better all around, perhaps.
Yeah. But I think there's a lack of opponents for her.
For sure. Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Who's coming next for her? I don't know.
I said to Alex earlier today, the Kayla Harrison from the PFL who fights at 155. Maybe that's the best chance for against Nunes, but that girl's so big, I don't know if she could make 145. You know what I'm talking about? Kayla Harrison, she's a 2-time judo gold medalist, or judoka, however you call it. She fights for the PFL. She's.
I have her.
Who were they talking about last night? Joe Rogan was saying about someone needs to learn, there's someone who's some crazy striker that they were like, if she just learns how to rep. Is that her?
Clarissa Shields?
Maybe.
Yeah, she's a really talented boxer.
The black woman, huh?
Yes, yeah. She was talking about maybe boxing Nunes. They're talking about Nunes' last fight, and she said, you know, you can come over here in my sport, and then because Shields was kind of disrespectful, and she said maybe 6 months I'd be ready, and then she was talking about how she took Duranemy down over and over and over. She goes, Duranamy's been fighting MMA for, you know, forever. She still doesn't have the takedown defense to stop my takedowns. What makes you think you'd have it in 6 months? That's crazy. That's crazy. She said 6 months I'll fight Amanda Nunes, and she's like, okay, good luck. That's ridiculous. Learn takedown defense against someone like Amanda Nunes in 6 months.
Dude, especially after if you saw what she did last night to Spencer, man, she took her it looked like she could do whatever she wanted whenever she wanted. Like,
yeah, it was almost like she chose not to finish her.
I think that's a real possibility that she showed mercy that 5th round, though, especially the way she was after the fight. Like,
it seemed like on the ground she would land a few shots. Like in the first round she landed that real good elbows in the first round against the cage when they were on the mat, and she would just stop throwing them. It was like she wanted to marinate her a little bit or something, you know. I don't know. Probably not. You know, if you can finish it, you probably would. But like you said, it just seemed like she had her way with it for sure.
Yeah.
What do you think about Cody? Huh?
I was going to ask you that. I was a little surprised.
I called Cody last week. I was right about that one, but I didn't bet on it.
You did say he was going to win. I didn't think he was going to win, and your bot had
Asusan Sao, the Brazilian guy. Yeah, it was a high confidence pick.
High confidence.
Yeah,
I had him winning too.
Good.
I had him winning too. Was it the end of the first? No, it was the end of the second round. Or was it the first?
No, it was the first. It was the last second, like right before, just like crazy fake.
Yeah. Buzzer beater, man. That's crazy.
Probably be KO of the year, I get. Like, I mean, we'll get to it. If we're going down the card, we'll get to the Sean O'Malley one. But
I thought
that was pretty damn impressive. Just lights out.
But I don't like how he makes the punch, because he was completely open, you know. When you fight against another fighter who is a puncher and can KO somebody, he's in trouble. So I was not so overwhelmed by his punch at the end of the round, because he was completely open, you know. So against another fighter, he can be in danger. So I would not hype him so much, you know. He fought a lot better, but sometimes he gave me the feeling that he want to bang, you know, like before.
Yeah, throws carelessly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what he was saying. That's why he thought this guy was a bad matchup for him. I think he said my fight style matches his really well.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they're both going out there to bang, you know.
Was a little bit surprising that he goes like this at the end, but okay, it was a nice hit.
It was
nice hit. Yeah.
And I wasn't too disappointed because I lost. I stopped betting after once Sandhagen lost. I didn't put any more money down because I had Sandhagen winning, and then I had Cody Garbrandt losing. But once Sandhagen lost, I was like, you know what? I'm done betting, so I didn't really care who won. I guess for you and your bot, every fight matters, regardless of what you bet. You know, you still want your bot to do well.
Yeah, but you know, I'm not a big unit better. You know, I keep it small. That's why I try to most of the time I try to use the results of my bot, you know, just to be a little bit more confident with it, you know.
Right.
But,
yeah. That'd be. Yeah, I see what you're saying. That'd be kind of a slimy thing to do if you put all your bot predictions online. Like this should help you bet, and then you backdoor and bet different. You know what I mean?
So my strategy is really bet equally on these high confident picks, and like I start now this weekend with the normal underdog picks. These are the two strategy what I want to track right now, and let's see what happened.
Interesting.
Do you guys understand me good, or
Yeah.
is the sound, my English,
Oh,
everything?
No, your English is good.
You sound great.
Okay.
I understand you for sure.
Okay, thank you.
Just don't know. I don't understand how to code, but I understand.
Yeah.
The English language is one of the few things I do understand.
Okay.
What did you think of Sandhagen versus Aljamain Sterling?
I was not happy with my bot that he took Sandhagen because I like Sterling. I really like him.
I like Sterling too.
Especially when I listen to the UFC Unfiltered podcast, and I listen to the other podcast where Ray Longo has his minute, and when you hear all these guys talking and how the team is working, then you become automatically a Sterling fan, And
Yeah.
do you know the Georgian guy Mirab in this team?
I don't think. If you're talking about, I know UFC Unfiltered is the podcast with Matt Serra, right?
No, I'm talking about the other fighter in the team of Sterling. He's
okay.
he's a guy from Russia, from Georgia.
What's his name?
Mirab. Oh, he has a. Let me see. Mirab Dawashvili. He's fighting in next Saturday. He's fighting in the, I think in the co-main.
Oh, this weekend, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, let me see. Let me see if he looks familiar. Off the top of my head, no, I don't. I'm not familiar with him.
Mirab Dawashvili. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm always looking for Georgian fighter because my girlfriend is from Georgia, so that's why I have a look a little bit for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. No, he's fighting Ray Borg.
Yeah.
Ray Borg just fought. Yeah, he's fighting like
that's
crazy.
like Brian Callagher fought this or 2 weeks ago and fought again. I mean, I guess these guys are hungry for money and they're like, hey,
Yeah.
See, Ray Borg's fought 3 times since we've been doing the damn show. That's
See if he
crazy.
makes weight again.
That's crazy. Good luck to him, man. Good luck to him for sure. You said he's from the same country your girlfriend's from? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
So that's why I always look for him a little bit, what he's doing, just to tell her. And sometimes she watch with me the highlights when he's fighting. Or the other Georgian guy, Giga. His first name is Giga something. I don't know. I can say the names. It's very difficult. But at the moment there are 2 Georgian fighters. What I follow them a little bit,
Not Gegard Mousasi, right? Not him?
No.
Okay. What's up, everybody? You just got done training? Me too. You smell like shit? I don't. Of course I do. But to help that, you can spray some Guardian Oil on you. If you don't know what Guardian Oil is, Guardian Oil, can't speak. Guardian Oil keeps your skin healthy, soft, and clean. And they believe their products will take care of the skin, keeping it healthy, fresh, and soft. They don't believe it. It's fact. You can look it up. If you Google healthy, soft, and clean skin, you'll probably just find a logo of Guardian Oil's product. So you can find them on Instagram. Their handle is at TryGuardianOil. Their website is tryguardianoil.com. It's a spray. It's got it's extremely easy on the skin and it's very hard on the bacteria. It's made with 100% essential oils and protects you against ringworm, staph, athlete's foot, crotch rot, aka jock itch, but crotch rot sounds way funnier, and even acne. Alex last episode gave a little hate on if you have acne over the age of 20. Well, you know what? Some people do, but you know who doesn't? People who use Guardian Oil. So check their shit out. It's great for that post-training. Just get this gunk off me until I can make it home to the shower. If you're like me and you like to compete, I'm a big fan of competing in tournaments. Most tournaments aren't down the road. You got to do some traveling. You got to drive a few hours away. If you want to shower there, you're either a really good citizen or a weirdo. Why don't you just get your shit and leave like a normal person? That's okay. You can do that as long as you spray the garden oil all over you and rub that shit in, and it'll take care of all the germs and all the bacteria until you make it to the shower. So try some garden oil. Try garden oil on Instagram and try gardenoil.com. Stop having that nasty ass skin. Fix your shit. So
What were we talking about?
So this guy trains with Sterling and Matt Serra and those guys.
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
And with Quinta, yeah.
Ally Quinta, yeah. I like Matt Serra a lot. It just seemed like his team. I was always thinking Ally Quinta might be his prize guy in his team, but it's got to be Sterling now. It seems like he's their clear number one. He's a beast, man.
Yeah.
He's really tough. But yeah, Sandhagen didn't really get much of a chance to show anything. Yeah.
It was just I see my target and I realized my win by Sterling. It's what was very.
Well, as soon as Sterling took his back that fast and had that much time to work, I was pretty concerned. He fought off the first choke really well, but Sterling's locked on your back, with a body triangle, and he's got 4 minutes to work. It's not a good sign. So,
yeah.
And they're dry, which plays a big factor. They're not slippery yet. So.
That first one had to hurt a shitload. He was just straight over his nose.
Yeah.
Sterling is a good grappler, huh? So.
Yeah, well, Matt Serra trains. He teaches his guys at Henzo Gracie's gym in New York City, where John Danaher coaches jiu-jitsu, and there's no better jiu-jitsu coach probably in the history of the world than John Danaher. So, it's hard to bet against his grapplers, and if the fight hits like Caitlin Chukagian last week against Shevchenko, she trains there. As soon as she gets you on the ground, it's not looking good. It's not looking good. I never bet against. If the fight goes to the ground, I'm always gonna look for Danaher's guys or girls to kind of put on a show down there. So, and like I said, with that much time to work on the back and you're dry, I was pretty confident that they weren't going to get back to the feet. I thought that was it.
Yeah.
So.
Just a matter of time. So you get it.
Yeah, unfortunately. Well, not unfortunately. Unfortunately for my bank account because I had money on Sandhagen, but I do like Sterling though. I just after the rise of Justin Gaethje and Trevor Whitman, I know Corey Sandhagen trains with Trevor Whitman, so I was like, man, maybe they're just taking over. Maybe Whitman's team's taking over. So that was really why I went with a gut pick there, but other than that, I like Sterling more as a fighter. I just had a feeling. So, and I think he deserves the next title shot even before this fight. I thought he was next in line, but so he'll get what he deserves. He'll get the next title shot for sure.
I think so.
Yeah.
And do you think it is against Peter Yan? Will he?
It depends.
Win against Aldo?
I don't know. I would think so, but Aldo did look good at 135 against Moraes. He looked pretty tough. He technically lost, so I thought he won. But, he looked good, and Moraes is a monster, although he does gas pretty quickly. But I would think Jan would win that fight. And to be honest, I think Sterling would beat Jan or Aldo. So it doesn't really matter. I think Sterling is your next bantamweight champion.
Yeah.
How old is he?
I hope so.
I would say early 30s, maybe. I don't know. Look it up. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe younger.
He's 30.
Is he 30? Okay.
Yeah. So.
He's tough, man. He's tough. And then, speaking of bantamweight, maybe it's only mattered. Maybe Aljamain Sterling wins the title, and it's only a matter of time before he fights Sean O'Malley.
Dude, Sean O'Malley's stock's gonna keep rising. He's the next, especially if it's true what Connor's saying. But we'll get to that later. But
well, we need to see him fight someone in the top 10 for sure.
Yeah.
It's not like maybe there's people out there like I was about Greg Hardy. Like he sucks. He's not fighting anyone. Stop hyping him up. But I don't think so. But he hasn't really fought anyone super talented.
Yeah.
What do you think? What do you think, Tom? Do you think Sean O'Malley is the real deal and can compete in top 5, top 3, or do you think he's just knocking out these cans and maybe tough competition would slow him down?
I think the next competition needs to be a little bit tougher than this one. But after yesterday, I have to say this kid is something special, I think. Especially his boxing is very special. How he set this up last night, I didn't get it, you know. He set it up with two fakes.
Yeah.
I think.
He feinted his hips. It looked like he was going to kick, and then I think he feinted an uppercut. And he got Wineland's hands low.
No, I think
right?
he faked 2 punches,
uppercut
and a straight, I think, and then I don't know, but he was a good faker, and so I think he is something special. So, but the next competition needs to be much tougher.
I think he'll get someone in the top 8 next. That's what I think. Yeah. I would imagine so.
So who is waiting there?
Let's see. I don't know if Alex has the rankings. He's faster than me.
These are bantamweight.
Bantamweight.
Let's see.
What do you think? Sandhagen is too early?
I mean, I don't think so. But
Sandhagen was at 4, and then you got Jose Aldo at 6, Pedro Munoz at 7.
Oh, actually, you know what? I think he'll fight Cody Garbrandt next. That's what I think.
Yeah, because Cody Garbrandt's 9, and he's going to move up.
Yeah, and they're both coming off a big win.
That'd be a great fight.
I think Garbrandt would be next.
He's not ranked yet, huh?
No, he's not ranked yet. But Cody Garbrandt was ranked 9th. He'll probably be, I don't know, he might not move a lot. He might move up 1. Well, let's see. Sandhagen's going to drop, but I don't think Garbrandt will jump him. So Garbrandt will probably be 7th or 8th. I bet, I'm saying it on record. Here we go. I think that's the fight they make next. I think they'll make Cody Garbrandt and Sean O'Malley.
That'd be an exciting one.
Yeah. It'd be fun. A fun fight. I wonder if they talk shit or not.
But I see Sean O'Malley there. He's too technical.
Way too technical and way too big. He's so much
I don't know
longer.
why Garbrandt is not fighting like against Cruz all the time. I don't know. He had so good. That's his fighting style. Why he's not fighting like this all the time?
I don't know. He's changing, I guess. He's still young. He's only 28. It seems like when guys become champions so young, they start to decline. Like Anthony Pettis, when he was champion, it's crazy. If you just started watching the UFC and you watch his last 4 or 5 fights, you'd never believe that guy was champion of the world a few years ago. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
It's just different when like Anthony Pettis was on top of the world, and now when you even think about it, no one really says, ex-UFC lightweight champion Anthony Pettis. He's just Anthony Pettis. It's crazy. He was champion of the world at one point. And I'm thinking it's the same for maybe Garbrandt. He had lost 3 straight until last night, and, that guy was champion of the world at 24, 25 years old. So maybe he's going to come back, but it's something about getting that, unless you're Max Holloway, something about getting that championship belt early seems like it's not good in the long run.
Was Dillashaw on EPO on both fights with Garbrandt?
Wait, say that one more time.
Dillashaw, was he on EPO on both fights with Garbrandt, or just with the last one?
No, I think he beat EPO. Is that what you're saying?
EPO, yeah.
I don't think he was on any of them. I think they pulled back all the test results from the past, and I think he only popped for when he cut down to 125 to fight Cejudo.
Ah, okay.
We all assumed that he'd been doing it, but after he popped, I think they went back and tested all his previous fights, and he was clean. He just used it to help him cut that weight to go down.
Okay.
So no, he was. I don't think he was cheating at all prior to Cejudo's fight at 125.
Okay.
Yeah, but the other thing I wanted to say about Sean is just like the walk away. I think it just like says so much about how advanced his striking is that he knew, like as soon as that landed, he's like, he's out. Like, let me just turn around. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
It's pretty respectful too, because you could just be like Jorge Masvidal when he did the Askren,
Oh
just
my God.
land a couple of clean ones before Herb Dean
Yeah.
got. Well, I don't know who was refing. No, it wasn't Herb Dean then, but last night I think it was Herb Dean. He could have landed a couple punches before Herb got over there.
Yeah.
But he didn't. Which is nice. Those. Your brain, it sounds funny, but it's not. Your brain is literally a punching ticket. That's your ticket. You can only take so many. Every time you get hit, like some of the top level guys say, every fight takes something away from you. You know what I mean? To everyone. So, and especially being out like that and landing a couple good ones, that's not good for your brain. Let's be honest. So, yeah, but it was cool. It was cool. I liked it.
The other thing I wonder about Sean O'Malley is like he is very adamant on how much he smokes, but like I don't know how does he pee clean? I guess he stops. Like
you just have to be clean the day before the fight.
Really? I guess he stopped smoking during training camp.
That's why when you sent me that thing about Gastelum popping, I was like, I don't understand what you're talking about. They're allowed to smoke weed. He got tested. He was high when he fought Darren Till.
Oh.
I mean, I don't know if he was high, but it was still in the system because you get tested the day of the fight. You got to be clean the day of the fight. That's it. So, and then he popped. He had THC or whatever in the system on the day of the Till fight, which is kind of funny.
But just in your urine or just in your blood too? Because in blood it takes a while till it's.
I don't think they do blood for the day of the fight. I think they just pee.
Okay.
I would assume because, like you said, I think it'd probably be in your blood for way longer.
Yeah. For
So
sure.
If you're a heavy smoker, it can take a month.
Yeah, then there's no way they do that because during the press conference for the BMF title, Nate Diaz was smoking weed in the press conference like 2 days before the fight.
But he was smoking CBD, and CBD is something different than THC.
Oh, I thought he was just smoking regular weed. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I'm the wrong guy to ask. I just know that you have to be clean. I assume it's pee, maybe it's blood. You have to be clean like the day of the fight, basically. Other than that, you're good to go. He was smoking weed after the fight, or at least he took a picture like he was. He had the blunt or whatever in his mouth in the locker room. I don't know. Because I think they test you after the fight as well. So maybe pee after the fight, and then you're allowed to do it.
Then you're allowed to spark up.
I guess. I don't know. I'm the wrong guy to ask.
Yeah.
But so Alex, Tom and I already answered. What do you think about? Is he the real deal? What do you think?
I think he's the real deal. He reminds me. He's the closest to what I've seen someone coming up as John Jones coming up. Just every fight, impressive finishes, like impressive. Hasn't been really tested at all. But like we'll see if he does finally get a test or if he continues on the path of like what John Jones did, just keeps eating people. So we'll see.
Yeah. I think we get Cody Garbrandt next. And trust me, if I get it right, I won't let anyone forget it.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
His body is something special in this division too, huh? I think he has a long reach, and he's very tall for this division. So
I bet he has the longest reach in the history of the division. Yeah. He's almost 6 foot tall, and he's making 135. It's crazy how long he is. Yeah.
The craziest reach ever, and I know that Alex will like it, has John Jones, I think.
Yeah.
He has the same reach than Steven's Truth. This is amazing. He's much taller than him.
Yeah, he's super super long, and he uses it better than anyone. Or I mean, maybe not in the last couple fights, but he used to use his reach better than anyone ever. Not only was it so substantial, but he was just so good at Conor McGregor too. So good at keeping that distance, knowing when you're safe and knowing when you're not. You know, Conor McGregor's excellent at that as well.
Yeah, so Sean O'Malley has a 72-inch reach.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Which is insane.
Yeah, that's crazy. But I mean, yeah, at 145, I know Conor McGregor, when he used to fight there, I know he has a 74-inch reach, but 10 pounds is a lot. I don't know. I would think 72 is probably the biggest of anyone at 135. I would think so.
Yeah, I think so too.
And he knows that. He knows how to use it. So.
Yeah, you can punch, and
he's got really good push kicks too. His push kicks are really good too, keeping you away from him.
Yeah. Distance, very good.
Aljamain Sterling has good push kicks too. We didn't see him last night, but he's pretty good with them too.
Good timing. And Chase Hooper has no boxing.
Apparently not.
It was hard to watch, or not. It was really hard to watch sometimes.
Yeah, you would think that Alex Caceres was a world-class striker, but he's pretty average. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I bet that felt good for him though. Like, yeah, dude, I got it. I just pieced them apart. Yeah, I was ashamed. He's a local guy around here. I met him a couple of months back.
Okay.
Yeah, I was ashamed. You know, he's real local from where I'm at. Like a friend of mine who's a fighter. He actually cornered a guy who Chase Hooper fought back when Chase Hooper was fighting locally.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's around. You see him around if you train around here. So
he's only 20 years old though. So like,
yeah,
which is still absurd, man. The guy is already moving his way up in the UFC as a 20-year-old kid.
Well, Rogan was saying he really shouldn't even be here. He's so young.
Yeah.
But he's so good. Like, where else is he going to go? Like, he's done well. So he's done so well at every other level. Like, you had to. But that it just shows. Like, I'm a sucker for a specialist, and not just a jiu-jitsu guy. I'm a sucker for any specialist. Like, I love Israel Adesanya because he's just a kickboxing specialist. Like, I love that. But last night showed, like, you know, it's great to be a specialist, but you have to at least be mediocre everywhere else.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he obviously was not in the stand-up, so.
You know what I'll give him, though? He kept going.
He was game.
Yeah.
He was game for sure.
If someone can fine-tune his striking and figure that out, man, we know he's a beast on the ground.
Yeah. And Ben said that he has no takedowns. Maybe he has to work on that too.
Yeah. I don't think that's true. I did see that Ben Askren said that. I don't think that's true. I think he does have takedowns. I think he was so outclassed in the striking last night, he just couldn't close the distance very well. Anytime he's getting close, he's eating shots. You know. Yeah. I mean, maybe his takedowns could be better because he had a couple body locks across the cage. He didn't finish, but. I think his striking is what's way more important because he needs to close the distance.
Yeah.
You know, but I mean, like to Ben's record, if your takedowns are so good, it doesn't matter. You can get in there and take it. But Ben Askren did his whole career. You know, he threw like a punch his whole career. He'll just run in and grab you. You know, but. So yeah, I think he should worry way more about his striking than his takedowns, personally.
Yeah.
Not that you should just ignore either, but just saying.
But I'm very sure he will come back better.
Yeah. A buddy of mine last night, Justin, who I was talking about, who cornered against Chase Hooper, he was saying he thinks he should go to Henry Hoof, where Gilbert Burns learned his striking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, that's
good idea.
Henry Hoof
seems to be a good combination. Huh? When you need to improve your striking, you are good on the ground, and you need to be good on in the stand up. That seems to be a good coach. You know, Because
Seems to be the
Burns
best. Yeah.
best on the ground, and he has good striking too. No.
I think you're 100% right. I think Masvidal is the only better striker at
Yeah.
that weight class,
That's
and Burns came into MMA only knowing jiu-jitsu, and now look how far he's come in his striking. So Jay Super might want to consider talking to Mr. Henry Hooft.
Yeah.
He also, I think he also coaches Usman's boxing as well.
We should ask Tom about that scenario that we had last week with the
Go ahead.
Usha Gilbert Burns fight, because we think realistically the best matchup for him would be Usman. And so like it's interesting because Usman's the champ, but I think if Gilbert Burns fights Usman, I think he wins. And then, however, if he fights Masvidal, I think
that's a harder fight.
That's a harder fight for him.
I think so too. What do you think, Tom?
I said, Usman said that, I think he was on the Joe Rogan podcast. He said when he was a wrestler, he just want to take somebody down, not pin them, just take them down, take them down, take them down, take them down. And this is the only way for me how he can win against Burns right now, because Burns has a better striking, and I think on the ground he will not go on the ground with Burns. I don't think so.
So you think he would take him down, then just let him up?
Yeah. I don't, just to control the fight, you know. What else can Usman do?
That's the big question. I don't know. My thing would be, well, what I was thinking was if he took Burns down and Burns locked him up in his close guard, now Usman's in trouble. Yeah. You know what I mean? I mean, unless he takes him, like a body lock from the back, takes him down and he has the back, and then he could let him go. But if he tries to take Usman down, if he tries to take Burns down over and over, and Burns can land on his back and close his guard, now he's in Burns' world. You know what I mean? Yeah,
definitely. So nice matchup, but I don't think that Usman. Yeah.
Who do you think wins? Do you think Usman wins that way?
How can he win with another way? I don't think so that he can win.
I understand what you're saying. That's his method to win, but I'm saying, gun to your head, who do you think would win?
I would like to see Burns getting that title. I really do.
I do too. I'm with you. He's really since the Maya fight, I've started studying his past way more, and I've become a big fan, man. I am officially a Gilbert Burns fan.
Yeah, I like fighter who knows. Okay, this is my special area, like Burns with this ground game, and here I have to improve. When you compare that with for example, I don't know if I can say it loud, with Conor McGregor, he always tried to avoid wrestling and ground game. Why he don't try to be a little bit better in this? This is what I don't understand. And Burns tried to improve himself so he can use the wrestling to secure his position on the ground, or to secure a position in the stand-up. So I like him. For example, Khabib is equal. I think he was a good wrestler when he came to America, but he improved his striking a lot just to set up his takedowns. So I think Burns has a good chance to win the title. He's not one-dimensional,
No, we were saying last episode he might be one of the most well-rounded guys in the game now.
Yeah.
He's not only he hasn't just gotten good enough at his striking to where he can hang, but then ultimately take you down and do what he wants with you. I think he has risen and gotten so skilled that he's one of the best strikers. I think he's not just okay here and great here. I think he's become great everywhere, all around, including takedowns.
Yeah. Especially if you
Striking
already did the Woodley.
Oh, sorry.
Well, yeah, I was just gonna say, like, what he did in that Woodley fight proved. I mean, this guy can take you down if he wants, and he can piece you up and win. So.
Yeah. And okay, Woodley, I don't know where he was. He was not in that cage or not in the octagon that night. He was somewhere else, maybe with his music or I don't know.
Falling in and out of love with you,
Yeah.
man. Well, I think you're right there, but it's hard to take away from Burns' performance, you know. But I think it's both. I think Burns looked good, and I think Woodley probably was just not there. But I'm still convinced that he was there in the beginning. But as soon as Burns hurt him and cut him, and then mounted him and did groundwork on him, I think he took the confidence away. I think
Definitely.
that's what I think. I think he was ready to go until that, and then he was like, "Damn, this guy! He hurt me on my feet. He took me down and mounted me, and was beating me up on the ground. Like, how am I going to win this fight? You know, maybe he just took his confidence away. You know, he just showed he was getting beat. He was going to get beat in every department. It seemed like maybe he realized that.
Yeah, it looked like that he was saying "fuck" again and again, like against Usman. You know, it was the same, almost the same.
Maybe he was just dominant for so long that once he hits a little bit of adversity in the beginning of the fights, like with Usman or with Burns, maybe he's like, "Fuck, I'm not as good as I was." And
I'm 38. I'm old.
He's old. Yeah,
Right.
he's older than I thought. Alex said this better than I did though, because when we were predicting the fight, and we both picked Burns, I said I think Woodley's probably still a better striker, and Alex said he didn't think so. He thought Burns was, and Burns was definitely the better striker, which is very surprising because, you know, Woodley has great striking, or he had in the past.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Let's see what happened to him. For me, it's over. He should go away from the sport. I really think so.
Probably. But it's all I've said that. I said that too, but then it's also kind of disrespectful after just 2 losses and you're the champion for so long. It's just like we talked about with Pettis. It's just weird seeing a guy who was the champion now losing fights like consistently. It's weird. It'd be weird to think of Tyron Woodley as just another guy in the top 15. Like, it's weird. It'd be weird to picture Woodley at rank number 10 and comparing a matchup to him at number 6 or something. You'd be like, man, it's crazy because he was champion. Like, now look at him.
Yeah. Maybe his fault was that he was not so busy, you know, that he had too much break.
That's what Joe Rogan says. Joe Rogan says he's got too much going on. You know, if you're not completely invested, you know, you're fighting a guy who more than likely is completely invested. You know, like he was saying after the Usman fight, he was like, while Woodley's off doing TMZ and in the rap studio, you know, Usman's grinding it out in the gym. You know, every second is dedicated to being the champion, to the challengers. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, your favorite fighter right now, active fighter, would be Burns, because Michael is not active anymore.
No, Donald Cerrone. Donald Cerrone is my favorite. I'm actually wearing a shirt. Donald Cerrone is my favorite.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not gonna steer away from Mr. Cerrone until he's done. And then I don't know who would my next favorite be. Fuck, it might be Burns. I don't know. I haven't thought about it. I don't know. I like Masvidal a lot. I like Burns a lot. I like well, then we got to give love to Arnold Allen and Andrea Lee.
Yeah.
Friends of the podcast.
Friends of the podcast.
Yeah. I'd actually probably say Arnold Allen would be my next favorite. Actually, hopefully he fights this summer. I'd like to see Mr. Allen in Fight Island.
Yeah. Well, is this news right that it is in Abu Dhabi?
That's what I heard. Island? This is what I heard. I do not know. That's what someone said.
Still a big secret.
I don't know if Dana said it. They said it's in Abu Dhabi. I don't
know.
No,
you didn't say. I just saw a picture on Instagram with Abu Dhabi. I don't know.
I saw.
Official.
I saw that too, and it said that that's where it's going to be, but I don't know who said that. I don't think it was Dana, so I don't know how reliable it
Oh,
is. You know what I mean?
Let me check.
yeah.
Yeah,
I don't take it for real.
I
Alex can
did.
find it.
I did want to talk to you, Tom, about one that your bot did get right that broke everyone's heart. Your bot did call Justin Gaethje to defeat Tony Ferguson.
Yeah.
We talked about. I know you mentioned Khabib earlier. Interesting. I would love to see what your bot comes out with when Khabib Gaethje happens. I guess if record is one of the top predictors, I would assume it would pick Khabib.
Of course. I, this is only my Khabib against Gaethje is my back test. When when the event is over, I set up the result for the event, so the bot can proceed then. And this is my favorite fight, just to see if something has changed. And for now, nothing has changed. So my bot goes with Khabib in this one, with Gaethje.
Okay, so here's since you said record is number one, is there any scenario? I mean, maybe you don't know this, but if you could think off the top of your head, is there any scenario where an undefeated fighter would not be the bot's pick, like Khabib's 28-0?
Of course. When you have combinations of stats, then there are combinations with a fight record which have a high percentage, but there are also other stats combination without fight records who have a high percentage.
Okay.
So there are fights there. So my bot don't only choose fighters with a good fight record. That's
Okay.
I cannot say that. When the stats, for example, for strikes absorbed or strike defense is very important. When the other fighter has this, then it's almost equal.
I see what you're saying.
So,
okay.
So it's not only fight record, but it's a good hint. It's a good hint.
Of course, yeah. As it should be.
I did look up quickly who let the cat out of the bag. It was actually Gilbert Burns' brother. He accidentally said it in the interview.
No way.
Yeah, so when they were interviewing, he said, "I want to come back quickly. I want to come back soon. I want to fight on Fight Island." I think we already know the location now. That's already said. It's in Abu Dhabi.
Okay.
I don't think that. I think when I saw it on Instagram, it was posted before the fight card started. I think.
Yeah.
I don't know who posted it though. I don't know who posted it.
Yeah, so he said it in his off-fight interview. He let it slip out of him that apparently he was told it'd be there, but maybe he was just going off of internet.
Yeah, who knows?
I mean, it's Yahoo Sports. You can't really trust them. So who knows?
But
yeah,
I think it's nothing official, because I think UFC would never announce this just before a fight. Do you think so?
No.
Well, Dana said he'll announce it this week.
Yeah, he said that.
Yeah, they'll have like all the bells and whistles for like announcing it.
Yeah.
They gotta have some cool they got a good new guy that makes the promo videos apparently, so I'm sure they'd make a sick one before they
do they have a new guy?
I don't know. You keep saying how they keep getting better. Maybe they hired a new guy.
They've been good. I tell you, the promos have been good since Usman versus Covington. It was a sick promo. And then the Cowboy versus Cerrone promo was one of my favorites. That was a really good one. They had the Paint It Black song, but it was like the chick singing it. Oh, it's really good. It was good. That was a good promo. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. What upcoming fights are you most excited for, Tom?
This weekend, nothing is really interesting, huh?
I like Andre Feely. I like him a lot. He's fighting Charles Jourdain. Looks like. I like Feely. No specific reason, but I like him.
I think Carl Robertson and Marvin Vittori is a little bit heat in it, or not?
Yes, because this was the one Carl Robinson pulled out of the fight last week, and
Yeah.
and Vittori went kind of crazy on him. They almost fought in the hotel, and
Yeah.
it got rebooked for this week. Yeah,
Oh, sweet drama.
it was a
He
lot.
he pull out because of weight cut, huh? That because he need to go to the hospital or something, huh?
I don't. Maybe. I think it was for health. I don't know. I assumed weight cut, but I didn't hear anything officially.
Yeah. Okay.
I assume yes. But so they pushed it back 2 weeks, and I guess they're fighting in the co-main, which is that's fun. That's exciting. Yeah, because when we were reading your bot predictions from last week, Alex kept calling me stupid because I was getting the fights in the wrong order, and I think it was because the Robinson that fight got canceled, and then Spike Carlisle that got
Yeah.
thrown in the main card.
Yeah.
So that should be fun, especially with the beef. Hopefully Robinson makes weight.
We will see. He
Vit-
should.
Vittoria went on Michael Bisping's podcast and was after that and was kind of blowing up about it. It was kind of funny. But at least they got it rebooked though, and it's crazy. Ray Borg's fighting again. Jesus, this guy's fighting every other week. It seems like.
But they
And he
what
lost.
fights are
He lost to the kid from Oregon, the kid that has the mullet. What's his name?
Shit.
That's who he lost to.
Yeah.
He got taken. Why can't I think of this guy's name? Oh my god.
I
know this. And he got beat.
Ricky Simon.
Ricky Simone. That's what it was.
Simone.
Yeah.
okay.
That was a couple weeks ago. I think your bot got that one right.
Yeah.
Did it? Yeah. I picked Ray Borg for whatever reason. That's crazy. He's fighting again. What do you think of Jesse?
Every time when I hear Ray Borg, I need to think about the submission of Mighty Mouse. Do you remember this?
Yeah,
the
crazy armbar.
This was crazy, huh? I never see that before. This was really crazy.
That was perfect.
This was
yeah,
very beautiful. Yeah.
Well, like he was locking the armbar up like mid throw, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah,
That
he
was
might be the
really
best. He might be the best ever, man. He really might be the best
Yeah.
ever.
I like him. I like him a lot. Yeah.
What is he in now? He's like in that Japanese one. What's it called?
One FC.
One FC.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's doing really well over there. I think his next fight is for the championship. I'm not sure how they do it. I think they do sort of a Grand Prix type deal. But he's been doing great. I think he won the Grand Prix tournament, which doesn't make him the champ. I think now he fights the champ. I don't know. He's doing well over there. That's all I know. He's tough. He might be the best ever if you really think about it.
Yeah.
Very, very possible.
Mm-hmm.
Rogan says technically, like by technical fighting, he is the best. He thinks there's never been anyone more technical and well-rounded than Mighty Mouse.
The best all-rounder, I think. Yeah.
But he's so little.
Because she asked what the fights are like. There are no fights are announced yet. There are a few fights next week. There are nine fights. But thereafter, nothing is announced or nothing is for sure.
For what? For after next week?
For UFC. I always check that when you Google UFC schedule, then the first hit of the page is the schedule of all UFC fights. And there are not so much fights after this event yet, this weekend.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think after this weekend, it's kind of up in the air, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, which is kind of weird because they have to be telling guys, hey, prepare for a camp. Or I guess.
Yeah.
They're probably telling them to keep their mouth shut, though.
Yeah, I mean, they're probably doing that too. But yeah, I would think they definitely have to have a skeleton list of what they want to do to let these guys know, because you can't expect everyone to do a fight. No one's gonna what Amanda Nunes did when she backed out at 249. She was like, I can't fight right now.
Yeah.
So
even though
they have to.
She probably could have.
Yeah, she probably could have. Her cardio was insane too last night. I think she said after, she was like, "Yeah, I could have definitely went another round." Well,
She looked
yeah.
great. Yeah, her gas tank was unbelievable. What do you think? Unless I'm jumping the gun here, I don't know if there's something next. But what do you think of the main event next week between Jessica I and Cynthia Calvillo? Calvillo?
You know, I'm I have prepared my bot for the next weekend, so I have a little draft, and I go with Cavill, but
Really?
normal. I think normal confidence pick, yeah, and it's a pick him. Maybe she's getting an underdog, then I will bet on her because of this strategy.
I think I'll join you there, Tom. I think I will.
Yeah, I liked her too.
I like Jessica I though, but I don't know. She her last fight was closer than it should have been. I do believe Alex. I don't know if you can pull up her
I think
last
she
fight.
won. She won
She
that.
won. She won. I don't remember who it was, and I remember her. It wasn't like she was really dominant, and she
Arroya.
missed weight as well. And she
Arroyo.
missed weight.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
Yeah, she beat a Yorio.
Oh, yeah,
Right.
I don't know. For some crazy reason, 2 fights ago, I picked Jessica I to beat Valentina Shevchenko.
But why?
I don't. I have no
Yeah,
idea.
why?
I have no idea. What I was saying was I talked to Travis and I said, dude, crazy prediction. Jessica I is going to upset Valentina Shevchenko, but instead she got kicked into Jessica I and knocked into orbit. Yeah, it was not good. It was not good. And Travis was like, what the fuck? I'm like, I don't know. It was a weird feeling.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I think I'm going to join you, Tom, and I think I'm going to bet against Jessica I for next week.
Okay.
Especially, and yeah, I would assume Jessica I will be a slight favorite. It's crazy that she's been the number one contender for like so long. Like, who has she beaten in the past like year to keep her that high ranked?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. She should fight. She should probably fight Caitlin Chukagian if she wins this fight.
So right now I'm looking at I off of what I bet, the FanDuel site, they have it as a pick 'em. So I is minus 116 and Kalevo is minus 106.
Oh, okay.
So
What's the bot say? Do you have a little rough draft of what the bot predicts?
Yeah.
Well, you said normal confidence, right? For Calvillo.
Yeah. Cavillo was normal confidence. Yeah. Yeah, as I said, when she's a pick him now, but when her odds gets higher, then I take her.
when do you like to put your bets in? Do you do it right before the event, or do you kind of look and see until you pull the trigger?
I like to wait for the weigh-in.
Mm-hmm. The way, okay.
I like to see that how the fighter look, and
so if a fighter looks drained and looks tired, that changes your bets, perhaps.
Perhaps, yeah. Just perhaps because I have a strategy. You know, a machine gives me my picks, so normally I should not give a fuck about the weigh-in, or maybe this could be a condition in the algorithm.
Maybe that's your one human element to the computer.
Yeah, I guess so. Maybe for example, cardio should be added. I have to add this, but I don't know where they.
Yeah. How would you?
If the fighter has a good cardio or not, I think this can be a good stat.
Would that just be you plugging in good cardio, yes, good cardio, no, or high, medium, low, off of your eye? Because that's not really a stat. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but it can influence the fight completely. You know.
Oh no, I agree with you 100%. But I'm saying since that's not something you can plug in as a stat.
Yeah, I know
Would
what you mean.
Would you? You know what I mean? Would you, as obviously a human, would you could that be something in your algorithm where you could do cardio and do like high, low, medium, and plug that in manually off of your eyeball test?
Yeah.
Okay.
I should think about that, but the problem is where to find the information, or it's just my opinion, or if a fighter has a good or a bad. So I'm not the expert. So maybe Joe Rogan needs to create a page where you put this down, But
Yeah.
I have to find something where I have accurate stats, That's always the problem.
We can get you linked up with Joe. We're good buddies.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're hands down the two best podcasts around.
Okay.
Yeah, our Spotify
sure,
deal is
for sure.
coming next month.
Yeah. We got some words to
Yeah,
have with Spotify. We have some words with Spotify. Hey man, we've been on your platform forever. Why you're not paying us shit?
This podcast is the reason why I install Spotify. I never used before Spotify, and I think you wrote to me that it's available on Spotify, and then it was the first time that I used Spotify because I wanted to listen to the podcast. And I think Anchor had a problem with delivering through the Google Podcast platform at the beginning.
Yep.
And but now I switch back again to Google.
Well, we appreciate you downloading. See, we're making people Spotify. Damn it, we're making people download your app. Why are we not getting paid?
Where's our 100 mil?
Yeah, all right. Listen, we won't be picky. Give us 50 mil.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah,
Why
we'll
not?
take it. We'll take it. We won't be happy. We won't be happy about it, but we'll settle.
Yeah, we'll take it. I'll grudgingly take your $50 million.
We'll settle. We'll settle. Nothing less.
Did you see the guy though that threw $1 million on Nunez?
Yeah.
What an idiot.
About it, yeah.
What an idiot.
Woo. That could have been a
know.
bad day, man. Because that's like what I remember Cormier saying. He was like, "It's an MMA fight." Like
What did he even win? What were his winnings?
When you can bet $1 million and you get 1,000 and something back, then you can bet, I think, 10 million, because he's not happy with this 100,000. When you can bet 1 million, then 1,000 is nothing.
Yeah. Is that what he won back? Like a couple thousand?
No, I think he won 166,000.
Yeah.
What $1 million bet.
Like Tom saying, if you have $1 million
to bet.
If you have $1 million to bet, $100,000 is nothing to you.
Yeah.
This was a bad bet, really bad bet.
Yeah. Well, you know what? He probably just wanted to make the headlines, and he did. He did.
Yeah,
he probably.
did. Yeah.
If I do this, everyone's gonna talk about me.
That was the first time an MMA fight had $1 million on a single fight, apparently.
Yeah.
And it changed the odds dramatically, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, I mean, good. Yeah, I've seen a meme of the one. I think it was when Conor was fighting Floyd, when he's in the fur coat and all the money's flying around up in the air. It's $1 bills, and then Dana's holding one of them. It says over Conor McGregor. It says guy who bet $1 million on Nunez, and then it says his payout, and it's Dana looking at the $1 bill.
Yeah.
Yeah. What a goofy fella. Well, I mean, he got people talking about him. Yeah, that's interesting. What else is on? Yeah, that's it. What is, you said if you have the bot, I'm curious if you can real quickly tell me. So Carl Robinson, and then your boy from you said not Jordan, Georgia.
Yeah.
Jordan?
Yeah. Georgia.
Okay, Georgia.
So the bots take Carl Robinson with a high confidence pick as an underdog.
Okay.
And maybe I don't talk to my girlfriend then. The bots also take Ray Borg.
What's that? How confident?
A normal confidence, and Ray Borg is the underdog pick. So I will bet on Ray Borg. This is my strategy, as you know. So
just don't tell your girl.
No, I will not tell her.
What about Feely. I like Andre Feely. There's no specific reason why. I like his fight style. What's your bot think about Feely?
Oh, it's a low confidence pick for Jourdain.
Oh,
How's not his name?
I think it's Jourdain.
Jourdain, yeah. But it was very, very close. Very close.
Okay. So when it's a low confidence, I think you said this earlier, so forgive me if I'm making you repeat yourself. When it's a low confidence, that means you run it through multiple times and it was really close and you just go with the guy who it went with slightly more often.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think this time I run the bot 10 times, or 9 times, and I think with Philly the result was 6 for Jourdain and 3 for Philly.
Okay. Gotcha. Well, I can't bet with your bot for this one. I can't bet against my guy. It's a rule of mine. I don't bet against if it's a guy I want to win or like. I just can't. I'll either not bet at all or I won't bet against him because that's kind of you're kind of, if you bet against him, you're kind of on the low key rooting against your guy. So
Of course, I understand.
can't do it. I like Feely. And then Jordan Espinoza and Mark De La Rosa is kind of a fun fight. Mark De La Rosa is like I like his wife a lot, Montana De La Rosa. He's kind of I don't know, maybe mediocre. What's your butt have on this?
It's almost the same like with Philly. My bot take Espinoza with low confidence.
I like Espinoza in that fight too, honestly. Do you know, is he an underdog or is he the favorite?
He's the favorite. Let me see.
Is he?
He's the favorite.
Okay. Yeah, I like Espinoza in that fight. Something about Mark De La Rosa just doesn't impress me, and I don't mean that with disrespect. It's just I don't know. I've watched him fight the last 3 times. I'm like, Montana's better.
Man, Ray Borg is a plus 300 underdog at
Really?
I bet on.
Yeah.
That'd be a nice payout.
Dude, I'm with the bot. I want that payout. I'm taking Borg. Taking Borg. He's gonna change his name to Borg, the bot champion Borg.
Yeah.
Espinoza is the favorite. Yes.
Is he? Cool. Yeah, I like him in that fight. I think he's pretty talented. Yeah, the card next week's not too terrible. I mean, it has basically 0 title, implications, but there's some fun names on there. I like Feely a lot. Espinoza's all right. Ray Borg's fun.
Just nine fights, huh? It's less
well, hang on.
than usually.
Oh, I don't know. I just lost everything. My thing just closed out on me. Yeah, Alex. I think there's prelims.
Yeah.
No, is there the prelims or no? Does it doesn't say?
Let me see. It's loading.
Yeah.
I could have helped you there, and then my computer just shit the bed. So, yeah, I don't know. I assume there's prelims.
Yeah, there are. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the main card, and then prelims. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 on the prelims, and then it doesn't have any early prelims.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. And what time is the main card?
9 Eastern.
9 Eastern. Okay, yeah. I think they've been doing that for fight nights. So what time are the fights? Don't make me do math. What time are the fights, Tom, typically start over in your time? Is it early?
When they happen in Vegas, it's 12 o'clock in the evening or in the night.
So noon.
So, yeah.
Okay.
No. Yeah.
12
in the night. So
12 a.m. Okay.
Yeah.
Midnight.
A.m.
Yeah, we would call it midnight.
Yeah. Midnight. Yes.
Do you guys not call it
Damn, so
midnight?
you're up late.
We call it midnight. Yes.
Okay, Alex, you asshole. Why would you say that?
I'm sorry.
We call it midnight.
I didn't know.
Hey, I wanted to ask you, are you familiar with Kiel, Germany?
Kill Germany.
Kiel, Germany. I've been there. I was there for a couple weeks.
Ah, Kiel. Ah,
Kiel.
the town. Yeah, yes. Yeah, what is similar? No, I think I visited once with my family. Sometimes we go to vacation in the north of Germany.
Okay.
And so we can visit Kiel. Yeah. But I think I just was there one time. But it's far away from my home. So
Gotcha.
I don't know.
Yeah,
So
I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting to talk to a German who's from there. Cause
okay. Yeah,
well,
I
I guess
know that
I guess
you
technically
were
I have
there.
talked to them, but yeah, I was there for a couple weeks actually.
Just for weeks. Okay.
Yeah, I was traveling the Baltic Sea with the U.S. Navy, and we stopped there for a couple weeks.
Okay.
There, Estonia, Poland, where else?
Yeah, great.
Iceland. Where's the
Oh, that's
one?
nice.
Yeah, Iceland was cool. It's cold. It's cold. I don't.
So,
Alex, do you remember in school when you learn Greenland is actually icy and Iceland is actually greeny?
Yeah,
That's horseshit
that's a
for the most
lie.
part. I mean, there's like land on Iceland, but it's cold as fuck. It's cold and there's definitely parts that are covered in snow. At least from where I was at, it's cold as shit. It's above the Arctic Circle.
there are not a
Um,
lot of people who can say that they are from Iceland. There are just a
yeah,
few people, just 300,000. So that's
yeah,
nothing.
Wow.
yeah, and it's expensive as shit. At least compared to our dollars, it's
Dude,
crazy.
I was in the airport there as like a interchange or whatever, and
In Iceland?
buy a fucking sandwich. What?
You were
Yeah,
in
in
Iceland,
Iceland. Yeah, that was where my
dude?
layover flight was. I was
I
just
had
in
to
the
buy
airport.
I had to buy a jacket because it was so cold, right? I just didn't. I needed like an extra jacket, and like they gave me the price. I'm looking at the price, and I exchanged it to U.S. dollars. I'm like, goodness gracious, this much for a coat? Oh my god, it was crazy. It was good times though. It was good times.
Yeah.
Um, let's see. So is Kiel? I assume I should know this because I was there, and believe it or not, I navigated a ship. They somehow trusted me to do that. That was my job. I assume Kiel is on the Baltic
On the
or
Baltic?
on the
What do you
Baltic
mean
Sea,
by that?
like borders the Baltic Sea, or no? Am I way off? I don't know. Alex, can you pull up a map?
Dude.
Because I'm pretty
Alex,
sure. I can't believe I can't believe I don't. I navigated a fucking ship for a living. Because we were in the Baltic Sea when we visited Germany. I do believe
yeah, it does.
it is.
Like in
Okay,
like this nook.
good thing, or else I would have been really confused how we got there.
Okay, yeah. No, I got you.
Interesting.
No, it's yeah. You have the Baltic Sea,
Hmm.
and on the west side it's Kiel, I
Gotcha.
think.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Yeah. So, um, for you, so if you, how long is it to drive from one side of Germany to the other? Is that a stupid question?
No, uh, it depends from the north to the south. I think it's I don't know yet, but it might be over 1,000 kilometers. I'm thinking in kilometers. I don't think in miles.
Yeah.
So I don't know how much it is in miles, but
You guys are the right ones. We're the weird ones that
Yeah,
use
we're the weird
miles.
ones.
I
Every
don't know if we are the right ones. I
No,
don't
you
know.
are. You are. The metric system makes so much more sense than our system. What is our
Okay.
system even called? Is it called the U.S. system?
It's called the
Our
U.S. standard.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't make sense, dude. Freezing should be 0 degrees. That makes more sense. You know what I mean? Boiling should be 100. That makes way more sense than our goofy ass shit.
And when you go from the west to the east, so from my part to I guess to Berlin, it's Maybe it's 500 or 600 kilometers.
Okay, I got you.
So Germany is not so big.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
30% of Germany is forest. So a lot of a big area of Germany is just forest.
Gotcha. Interesting. I could have sworn when I asked you that the first time you were going to say it depends how fast you drive.
Yeah, you can drive here as fast as you can.
Is that true?
Yeah, highways you can drive as fast as you can. Yeah, that's true.
That's so crazy. Do people actually drive really, really fast or not really?
Yeah, yes, amazing. In Germany, it's I'm wondering that that there are not so much accidents, because sometimes it's crazy when you drive as a normal driver on the left side, and you just transfer a big car, and then someone is coming from the backside and is making noise or is flashing with the light just to tell you have to go right. This is how highway works in Germany,
Wow. So kilometers an hour, how fast what's your personal average speed on the highway, do you think?
My car just drives 180. So I think I drive, most of the time we are just allowed to drive 120. But there are areas where you can drive as fast as you can.
That's wild.
But my average would be, I think, 130. But you can drive 250 also if your car is fast enough.
Alex, what's 130? Is that like 80?
I have no idea, dude.
80 miles? No, it's much faster.
Much faster than 80 miles an hour?
Yeah. I think so.
130 kilometers an hour?
Kilometers, 2 miles. So if you're going 130, yeah, it's 80 miles per hour. So Josh, that's about normal.
Tom, why are you doubting my math skills? My math skills, dude.
230?
No,
not 130.
Okay. Sorry.
Because you said that's your average, probably, right?
Yeah. This is.
That's pretty fast.
Yeah, there was I don't know how to say it in English. There was a time where in Germany there was a speed which you have to drive. There was a speed where you have to drive 100 or 130 or something. Just to make the traffic.
Nothing slower.
In the US.
Yeah.
Nothing slower, right?
Yeah, minimum speed.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Interesting.
But if you have a fast car, come to Germany. You can test it here.
There you go. I don't have one of those, but if I did, Alex, I have no Google Doc in front of me, so I don't know what's next for us or where we want to go.
Yeah, so let's talk to Tom about. So me and Gage were having this argument because Gage doesn't care about the working man.
I don't know where you're getting this from. This is all right.
So John Jones came out last week and was basically saying he wants more money, and now more towards this week. Now Jorge Masvidal has kind of joined that train with want a bigger piece of the pie from what Zuffa is a multi-billion-dollar company. These guys, when you look, in my opinion, you look at, especially in the boxing world, which I understand there's a different pay scale and whatever. And Gage kept making the point they're not actual contracted people. But fighters getting paid more than what they are, because even then we don't really know the numbers they make. It's kind of secret. And but like Dana White came out and said they can tell you the numbers anytime they want. I highly doubt that they are encouraged to talk about their purses, because it's all hearsay.
Well, hang on. Don't forget this. Tom, are you enjoying a beer without me?
No. Why?
I thought you were having a beer. I was going to go get one. Thought we were going to cheers.
Yeah. We should, huh?
Is that a beer?
That's the beer, yeah.
Oh, I'll be back. I'll go get one.
I'm sorry.
How dare you? You were supposed to say, Gage, where's your beer?
Man, he's been sipping on that.
I just noticed it. All right. You guys can keep talking. I'll be right back when we grab a beer. And
Yeah.
Tom, we've been trying to get Tom on the show for so long. I need to at least do a little cheers.
Yes,
you guys can keep talking, and then I'll come tell you how much I hate the working man.
Curious, your thoughts on how much these guys get paid, or if you even pay attention to it at all.
I think you can see a pattern. You know, there are a lot of fighters who say they want more money. I think they deserve more money when you compare it to the boxing world. They earn a lot of more money. How much? What is the factor? Maybe 10 times?
Yeah, I know there was like I was just looking through like a tweet, but it was some no-name boxers that I've never heard of. Like they're like flyweight boxers. He got 133 million or something crazy.
What?
And it's like, who is that guy? I've never heard of. And it's so weird. And considering how popular the MMA is and how fast it's grown in the last 10 years, and the payouts are very minimal.
Yeah, I think they should raise them up. Otherwise, the fighters will, especially UFC, they will go to. I heard Bellator is paying much more. Is paying good. ONE FC, I don't know how they pay, but they are big, man. I think ONE FC is very big. It's almost big like UFC, I think, especially in the Asian world.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if they get paid better, but of course I think they should give the fighters money so they can live, you know. Because I think I don't know. Do you follow some YouTube channels where, for example, anatomy of a fighter? Do you know this channel?
No, I've never heard of that. I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, because there's the guy who just make clips about fighters, how they live and how they train, and there you get a feeling that they really need to get paid, otherwise they cannot train, they cannot feed their family and so on. So for them it's very important, and to be a fighter, especially a professional on the way to a famous fighter, is so hard this way. So I think they should pay more, just to give them more confidence, you know, with this life.
Yeah, the other thing that I think I know we've talked about this and we're not sure, but with the Reebok deal but when they took away the logos, I mean that was a lot of revenue for guys, and I don't know exactly if their wearing the Reebok was matched, but I highly doubt they didn't take a pay cut from losing all those independent sponsors when you can negotiate how much
you think
logo was worth on your shorts or whatever.
I think this, for a fighter who just starts, it's a huge factor. I think that it's. Do you know if the fighter gets paid by Reebok? No, just UFC, huh?
No, they do. They get paid.
They do, yeah. But we were saying, there's no way it isn't as much as, say, I'm an independent. So say I'm whatever Muscle Farm,
yeah,
and I decide that I want my emblem on John Jones' butt. I can pay more than his Reebok stipend, I'm sure. You know,
you could. I think. Well, here's where I'm pretty confident that this is correct, and if not, then whatever. There's really no way of knowing. But my thought is, for the big high level guys with, you know, Cowboy Cerrone, he's got Budweiser, he's got, you know, this, he got John Jones at Nike, all these guys all these big name guys with the big sponsors, the Reebok deal hurt them a lot, I think. However, the UFC has 600 people on their roster. The guys that are brand new and just up and coming, like, that's extra change for them, because I doubt they were getting thousands of dollars from sponsors when they just got in the UFC. So I would think, again, there's really no way to know, but I would think for, like, per capita, for most persons, I think the Reebok deal was better overall. and I again could be wrong. There's really no way of knowing. But if you're Joe Schmo, it's probably hard to get sponsors. And you know, like our sponsors, like you know, they send us free shit. They don't pay us money. Reebok's paying these guys money, and they're getting free shit. So I think for the casual, or I shouldn't say casual, for the lower tier guys, I think the Reebok deal was probably good. And then for your big name guys, like I know Brendan Schaub had a lot to say about it. Actually, Donald Cerrone was on The Fighter and the Kid when this all happened. They were talking about it, how they were going to lose a lot of money because they had a lot of sponsors. So I think for the top tier guys, I think the Reebok deal hurt, but I think for the lower guys, it helped. But I don't know. I do not know. I think overall, I don't agree with it. I think fighters should be able to have their own sponsors and wear their own trunks. I think that's better. That's one of the things I like about Bellator more. You know, you wear whatever color you want. You can wear whatever logos you want. I think that's way better. I think they should have that choice. I don't like the Reebok deal overall. So I'm with you there.
Do you have an example? What?
Cheers, Tom. By the way, cheers. Thanks for coming on the show, buddy.
Yeah, thanks for your invitation, and sorry for the cancellation a few weeks ago. I had some issues.
No.
And thanks for the invitation and for the patience.
Absolutely, dude. Absolutely. We've been wanting to talk to you for a while. We love your page. Go ahead with what you were saying about the sponsor deal.
Do you have an example how when we have a UFC fighter and a Bellator fighter, how they get paid differently? What is the gap there? Do you have an example? Because I always heard that they get paid really better at Bellator than at UFC.
I've heard the same. I don't know for sure. I've heard that that Bellator pays like the average pay scale is probably more, because I think the UFC pays their stars quite a bit, and I think they pay their average guys not so much. And then Reebok also chimes in on that. Like Reebok Conor McGregor's payout from Reebok is more than Arnold Allen's payout for Reebok. You know, and those you can find after each fight. You can find what Reebok paid each fighter. Like Ben Askren when he lost to either when he beat Robbie Lawler or when he lost to Jorge Masvidal, his payout from Reebok was $3,000. So it's not that much money, but the other guys are getting more. And I think Bellator, I don't know how their scale is, but it sounds to me like from guys that have moved to Bellator from the UFC say they get paid more, and they don't have to worry about puny $3,000 Reebok payouts when, you know, they can have their own sponsors. You know, you can have know, Budweiser, Monster, all these different people who probably pay you way more to have logos on your shorts. So I think overall, this is crazy to say this, unless you're a big star, like, let's be honest, I doubt John Jones is going to make more money in Bellator. I doubt Conor McGregor is going to make more money in Bellator. Yeah. But I think overall, like, you're run-of-the-mill fighter. That sounds mean to say run-of-the-mill about someone who fights for a living. But your typical average fighter, I think probably makes more money in Bellator. And it's probably, honestly, because they have so fewer fighters. They have way smaller of a roster. They probably have more money to give.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, maybe
you have to consider that. You have to consider that.
I was surprised how much John Jones earned. $5 million. I didn't think about that he earned so much. I thought he just get $1 million or just $2 million.
Yeah, I heard that too. Who said? I heard that too. He said he's averaging $5 million per fight.
Yeah, I heard it because of the calculation. If he gets half and a half of what Wilder gets, and then he said, I just get $5 million, and I don't know where this number come from, but it surprised me that's so high. I didn't expect that.
I wouldn't have expected that either.
I expect that because I know that Khabib, in his fight against Conor, he just earned $2 million, I think.
Yeah, I think Conor got like 4 or 5, right? 3, something like that. Yeah, I don't know. I would have to see more information because I I highly doubt John Jones makes more money than Conor McGregor in the
Yeah.
UFC. That seems very unlikely to me. Maybe Conor would get $3 million, but his pay-per-views are so much higher, and he gets a percentage of the pay-per-views. Maybe that's why overall it's more. I don't know. I don't know how it works. It's very behind closed doors, like they're
It
pacing.
is.
It really is.
They need to open it up. Well, I mean, that's part of their business.
But listen, they're not working for a living. I mean, that's mean, but they have the best job in the world, if you ask me. But they're not working like outside the UFC. They have nice cars. They have nice houses. They're getting paid something for only fighting 3 times a year, and you can afford all that stuff that they have. I mean, these guys, they're making money for sure.
It's just hard when you see what boxers make, and you're just like, no one even cares about that sport. Like, how are these dudes like? I mean, people do, but not. I don't know. I think MMA's surpassed boxing.
Is it? What do you?
At least in the U.S. it has.
Yeah, in the U.S. it definitely has. What about over in Europe, Tom? Is boxing a bigger thing over there or no?
Oh no, I don't think so.
Yeah.
It was a big thing in the 19s. You know, we have some world champions in the lower divisions, but yeah, they live good. But I don't know. Boxing is a big thing in what means big. It's bigger than MMA in Germany, but yeah, the good fighters they have a good life. Yeah, they earn. But I think in the US you earn more, of course.
I think it's big in like in Mexico. I think boxing's
Latin
big.
American countries.
Well, I think Spain's probably really big too.
I don't know.
I don't know. I just know. Yeah, I don't know.
Dude, I wonder what UFC is doing in China with. You know, they're starting to get some legit Chinese fighters, and like there are no Chinese boxers.
Yeah.
And
like I think Weili Zhang made them blow up MMA fans. First Chinese champion.
Best women's fight I've ever seen.
Yeah, that guy that fight with her and Joanna was so good.
Really?
You don't think that her versus Joanna was the best female fight of all time?
The best fight.
Best fight.
I thought
not fighter.
Yeah, you said fighter. Okay, the best fight, absolutely.
Yeah.
There were. I think Jones against Gustafsson was not bad.
Oh, it was a good fight. Great fight.
And there were just a few others. Just a short one here. Alosti against Brown. I think he.
Travis Brown.
Yeah, Travis Brown. This was a crazy fight.
What? Well, I think Alex was saying best female fight of all time.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
That was a good fight. I actually watched that 2 or 3 weeks after it, and it was still great. I mean, I love rewatching great fights.
Do you make a big difference between women MMA and men MMA? Because there are people around who say I don't bet on women MMA.
No, in America it's not like that. Definitely not.
No, in America there are podcasts who say we don't bet on women MMA because it's not predictable. Besides Nunes
really?
or Shevchenko, yeah. There are podcasts out there who say we don't bet on women MMA.
Oh, I don't fall into that category at all.
I could see the argument though, because it's harder to. I mean the talent level, the pool isn't as big, so there's a lot of sharp in the women division, and you really don't know, especially in the lower cards. You have no idea what the level is.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. But
I like to watch them. You know, they are good fights. Very technical fights. Women are savages too. You know, so they are good fights. I don't know why you should not watch women MMA. It's good.
I think we need to get Andrea Lee and talk with these people, and she'll kick him in the balls.
Yeah.
The next thing we have is about old Connor. saying he's retiring. And then today, I think right before we started, he posted on Instagram a picture of his like kid baking him a cake that says "Happy Retirement." That's what he posted.
I don't know.
Last.
I think he had
Yeah.
a little bit too much proper trev again in the night, and just
All right.
found his smartphone and just tweet.
Yeah. You can never take anything that guy says like as fact. Never. Because remember, this is the beginning of my 2020 season. Remember that? And then he fought once, and then people are begging him to fight again. He doesn't fight again. It was crazy when he came back to fight Khabib because people thought he was done fighting then. And then who knows? He's done retiring. Like I think after he beat Eddie Alvarez, which was his last fight, until Floyd and then Khabib, he said, "Thanks for the cheddar, like I'm out." And then he does the boxing match and he's out, and then he does
Then he
the
got
Khabib
real
fight.
cheddar.
Oh yeah, he got the cheddar there. And then he does the Khabib fight, and then he's out, and he does the Cowboy fight, and it's the beginning of his 2020 season. Now he's retired. Yeah, you can't. I don't think you can ever take what he says. Like I until the UFC says we've booked a fight for Conor McGregor on this date, who knows if he's still fighting or who knows if he's retired. I think you just take it one day at a time, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think he'll fight again. I don't. Maybe it'll be 2 years from now, like he took off before. But I highly doubt we will never see Conor McGregor fight again. I think he'll fight again at some point. Maybe in 2 years we have a new champion, and he just comes out and just fights for the belt. Who knows?
I think he just tweet this for his attention. He needs attention.
Yeah, because the sport's kind of moving on. I mean, he's extremely talented. We'd all be fools to say he's not. But the whole talk is in the lightweight division. It's not him. It's everyone but him.
Yeah.
And I think you're right. He just wants the attention.
Yeah.
No one says where does Conor McGregor fall in this picture. No one says that anymore. We know we're getting Gaethje and Khabib, and we're excited.
What's your thought about his GOAT discussion?
Again, he's just talking. Conor McGregor is not even in the top 10.
Yeah.
He's just not.
Of course, he choose Silva because Silva is an old man and he can beat the old man. So he wants to fight him to say, okay, I beat up the GOAT, So then I'm the GOAT.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I mean, what he's done in the sport is super, super, super impressive. But you don't just win the belt and say you don't win the belt and become one of the best.
No.
That's so disrespectful to George St. Pierre, John Jones, Mighty Mouse, Anderson Silva. These guys were never, ever, ever, ever considered the best until like they were champion for years and defending it and just shutting people down. You don't just win the belt, walk away like, see, I was the champion twice. I'm the best. Not how it works. It's not how it works.
No.
Does that mean Anthony Pettis is in the GOAT discussion because he was champion before?
Yeah.
Probably not, right? Yeah.
He did a lot for the sport, but he's not the GOAT. He's a good fighter. He has good timing, good precision, left hand like hell, but he's not the GOAT, in my opinion. He's not a good MMA fighter. He's not a complete MMA fighter, That's what I was talking about earlier, that I think that he tries to avoid wrestling and ground game, and I think this is not the way to do it.
I think you're right. But again, like, this is my opinion is I do love a specialist. I do love, like, Israel Adesanya does not want to go on the ground, but, I love that. And like Damian Maia, like, I love, like, this is their method of victory, and this is what they're going to try to do, and they're some of the best there. Conor McGregor standing up, he's one of the best there. He's one of the best. No one wants to stand and strike with Conor McGregor. Who has beat him? Who has beat him at that game? I don't know if anyone has.
Standing?
Because no, who's beating him standing? Anybody?
No one.
Nobody. Well, I think Nate Diaz hurt him, but I think it was more of a exhaustion factor. And then Connor shot for a takedown and then got strangled.
Yeah.
But I don't. And then his fight with Diaz the second time was really, really close. But I mean, if you really look at it, no one really beats Conor McGregor on the feet. So I mean, I would call that a specialist.
Well, I guess Floyd Mayweather did.
I guess. But
Yeah. Okay.
that's a different sport. I don't know how you feel about boxing, Tom. I am not a boxing fan like at all. Like,
Oh, I was a boxing fan as a child. I woke up for Mike Tyson and Evander Holyfield in the night to watch his match. This is all how all starts. All the combat interest for me starts. It starts with boxing, you know.
sure. Well, the thing I guess what's different is that when Alex and I were growing up, MMA was already a thing.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
You know what I mean? MMA had already been around. So
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I've watched the big ones. I've watched the big ones. I've watched some replays of the big ones, and then I watched Floyd and Pacquiao. I bought that pay-per-view. Was not happy about buying it because I was like, whatever. And then I bought the Conor and fucking Floyd pay-per-view, and I was
Well,
like,
everyone did.
yeah, everyone did.
Me too.
And
I
then
bought that too.
I did not buy Fury versus Wilder, but I watched it
I
and I
streamed
was
it.
like, yeah.
I
And
mean,
the
You
second
have
one,
to
I
pay.
bought it.
You really have to pay for every event.
no, not every event, not every event.
Okay.
I don't know how boxing does it because I don't watch it, but yeah, no, I don't think you have to pay for the boxing ones. I think if you have what's it called, Alex, DAZN, I think they're all on there, but I don't have that.
Ah, okay.
It's like a
Oh,
boxing app, like
Yeah.
how we have UFC Fight Pass. I think it's just an app, but also their live fights are on there. So you pay per month and you can watch the fights. I think is that
And
works?
there's like HBO and Showtime boxing.
Yeah,
Ah, okay. Yeah.
yeah. You're talking to the wrong group of people, unfortunately, because I don't watch boxing, so I'm not sure how they do every fight. Honestly,
I just watched nowadays I just watch the big ones, you know.
Yeah.
So why I watch Wilder against Tyson now. I watched the fight before of Wilder. I don't know the name of his opponent. You know, the big fights. I watched them, but
yeah,
not so deep into it like in MMA.
gotcha.
Mm.
MMA has more my interest. So follow the news daily on daily business, you know. So that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, I hear you 100%. So I know it sounds like you watched some Bellator. I was curious if you had any thought on how Douglas Lima would do at 170 in the UFC. I think he's
I'm
tough, man.
honest.
I think he's really tough.
Yeah. 170. You mean he is 170?
Yeah, he's
I
the
just
Bellator champion.
Well, yeah, I know that he is the champion, and I watched his matchup against the Page. I think his last name is Page.
Michael Venom Page, MVP.
Yeah, where he knocked him out.
Mm-hmm.
How would you do? I think he would do pretty well.
And
I
then
think
his last fight, he beat up Roy McDonald to
yeah,
yeah.
you're right. I saw some highlights of this too. Yeah.
He was legit. I thought he was legit when he was in the UFC. Like, I thought he was an up and comer.
Roy McDonald?
Yeah.
He is. He's legit. I think he's still legit. I think.
He had this fight of the decade with Lawler, or not? Yeah.
Yeah.
This was a very nice fight.
Arguably the best fight of all time.
Yeah, that is one of the ones they say. Yeah.
I think there's not a big gap between UFC and Bellator through the champions of Bellator and UFC. I think maybe
I think you're right. Like the top level guys.
the top level guy.
Yeah. They have I think they're 145. I'm not overly familiar with them, so if you're not either, then that's fine. I think they're 145-pound champion. I think his name is Patricio Pitbull. I think he's supposed to be some crazy stud that could probably beat Holloway and Volkanovski. From what I hear he's their best guy.
Yeah.
I'd love to see cross promotion fights. I'd love to see that.
Yeah, they should do that.
I think
why not?
that would boost both brands, if you ask me.
Yeah.
And you know what? Here's where I'll hate on the UFC. Since you guys were begging me to do it earlier about their pay, here's where I'll hate on them.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think they're the reason they're the ones that want no part of cross promotion.
Oh,
because they're widely considered the best, and I don't think they'd want to chance their Gegard Mousasi beating Israel Adesanya or Patricio Pitbull beating Volkanovski. I think that would be bad on our image.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Because the casual fan's going to go, well, the UFC has the best guys, and the UFC's going to be like, yep, we do, and we have no interest in cross promoting.
I mean, they do that cross shit on the the quadruplet John. What's it called? Gage, the jiu-jitsu. What was
Quintet?
like Quintet when it was Bellator versus Strikeforce versus.
Yeah. Sean O'Malley was in that too.
And Gilbert Burns.
And Burns.
And Gilbert Burns. I love grappling tournaments personally, but what was I saying? I think Bellator and ONE FC did a cross promotion. It was like a big thing, didn't they? Alex, I don't know if you can pull it up because I didn't watch it. Bellator did a cross promotion with somebody. I think it was ONE FC, or ONE FC did it with someone else. I don't know, but
yeah,
I mean, so Michael Venom Page, that big karate, that crazy karate style, who wouldn't want to see him and Stephen Thompson fight each other? That'd be crazy.
That's true. Well,
it'd be like a karate fight. It'd be like a karate fight in like a martial arts movie from the 90s, but legit.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know.
Yeah, that can't find it. It looked like there was one that was you. It was you were right. But it was
Bellator and ONE FC.
Yeah, but it wasn't like an event.
Oh, it was just one
Yeah.
This guy fought this guy.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I don't watch Bellator as much as I wish I did, because I like the guys over there, and I like of course I like the commentators. Josh Thompson, Big John McCarthy is excellent. But
Michael Goldberg, is he still there?
Yeah, Mike Goldberg's there. Yeah, I think so.
Mike Goldberg, yeah. Yeah,
pretty sure. The only thing I don't like is it's so minor. It shouldn't even be talked about. But is that it's because I don't know all their guys it'll show like red. And you know how the UFC has red tape for the red corner and then blue tape for the blue corner on the gloves. Well, Bellator, they have red gloves and they have blue gloves, which is kind of cool. But it shows like red gloves is Tom, and then blue gloves is Alex. It shows that in the beginning of the round, and then it disappears. And when you don't know the fighters, and you're watching them, it's like, oh, Tom's landing really good combinations, or I think Tom won that round, and I'm like, I forgot which one was Tom.
Yeah.
The names don't stay on the screen. That pisses me off.
Okay.
That'd be something to talk to Fox about, or whoever who airs Bellator.
It starts with the P. Paramount.
Mm-hmm.
Paramount.
Is it? Are you talking about the channel where you can see it on TV? Okay. Yeah, we get it through the Zone as well. Here in Germany, we get UFC and Bellator main events. And me personally, I have Fight Pass for the prelims and for all the other stuff. Yeah. So
do you guys, Alex? I don't remember if you might have talked about this with Eddie, who's also from Germany. Do you guys? Is it still pay-per-view, or do you guys get some of the pay-per-view events for free?
No, if you have the Zone, it costs I think €11, so it might be $30 or something per month, and you can see all the main events. Not the
Oh, that's
prelim,
crazy.
but the main.
That's
We don't have
crazy.
PPV, you know. We don't
We should
have
do that.
pay-per-view.
Dude, if I could pay $20 a month
To get
to
all
watch
the
every fight, everyone would
absolutely.
do that. Yeah. If you
Yeah.
just had to pay $20 every month for every single fight, you get one pay-per-view every month. I mean, if you do the math, you usually get at least one a month. That's so worth it to do that. I would definitely do it. It's not like that here, unfortunately.
There was a time where the zone had only the German speakers, the German commentators, and the German commentators are horrible. So I paid the pay-per-view to listen to Joe Rogan
No
because
shit.
this is much better. German
So-
commentators are the hell.
Do you this might be a dumb question, but when you're just speaking, like if you had a preferred language, would it would be German or it would be English?
For fighting,
For anything, for everyday life.
I think for sports events, what are you talking about now? For example, for sports events, I like English much more than German because German commentators are so boring. It's unbelievable.
Okay, but if you had to go the rest of your life, going to the store, going to work.
I would prefer the language which is most developed all over the world, and it should be English. So I would choose English. Why German? So if I want to communicate with all people, then it's better to choose English.
Gotcha. It's a good answer. That's a really good answer. Your English is very good. Your English is very
Thank
good.
you.
You guys are all very humble because
we're
Eddie
dumb. We
Eddie
only
said
know
that-
English.
Eddie said the same stuff. He was like, "I'm sorry if you guys don't understand my English." I'm like, "Dude, your English is better than ours. What are you talking about?"
Yeah, really, my interest to MMA really improved my English, really, because before I never heard movie or listen to movies in English or read books in. Of course, at my work I have to read in English, but it was always a problem to communicate, you know. And for example, to listen to Joe Rogan and Mike Goldberg, to listen always the same voices is better to learn a language, and that helped me a lot, really.
That's interesting. See, MMA is changing the world. It's helping people with their languages.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah,
I noticed because you don't do any posts or anything in German. That's why I was curious. It seems all your posts on Instagram are all German or all English, rather. Sorry.
Yeah, of course, because it's
bigger fan base or whatever.
It's universal.
Yeah, it's universal, and I don't know the MMA scene in Germany. I really don't know it.
Gotcha.
I'm just in the US with all my interests. So at the moment, I think I live in the wrong country.
I was just going to ask you that. Have you ever considered moving here?
Yeah, sometimes.
I mean, with your skill set.
Yeah, you'd get a job here real easy. I have friends.
With as a you said you're a software engineer.
Yeah.
Yeah. You could move here and make a good living easily.
Yeah. Yeah, I often think about that, but at the moment it's not easier. It's not getting easier with this coronavirus.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
No. I just meant, maybe in the future. I don't know. Obviously it's up to you, but
yeah, if you come over here, man, come look us up. We'll get you a beer. We'll go to a bar once they reopen.
For sure.
Yeah, no problem.
For sure. That'd be cool.
Yeah, I was 4 times in Las Vegas yet, so this was really funny.
Oh, nice. You've been there 4 times?
Yeah.
Did you go to UFC?
Yeah, I was there 2006. It was Mandalay Bay. I think it was Garbrandt against Almeida. I watched this event live. This was really nice. Yeah.
You never saw Michael Bisping fight though, did you?
No, not live.
That's enough to make you move here.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, but I'm really thinking about this that I move, but
I mean,
Really?
obviously, I'm not trying to convince you to move, but as a software engineer, like you have no issues finding work here. Most of the time, that's when people don't want to move. It's like, well, I got work where I'm at, stuff like that. But
yeah.
yeah,
But unfortunately, it's not that easy just to come and
of course.
just to work. But why I'm thinking about to register myself for a green card, I think it's called.
Okay.
So I think the US just choose once a year or something. Some people all over the world who has registered for a green card, so they can come to the US. Maybe they have stopped it because of Corona. I don't know.
I have no idea, man.
Yeah.
All my international traveling was on a boat. I didn't have to do any of that. So,
But it's cool. For German, we can just come to the US, and we need to do this online visum or online visa, and then you have the right to come for 2 years. This is
okay.
pretty nice. So
And then you have to go back.
no, you have 2 years just for touristic movements, but you don't
Okay.
need to refresh it
Oh,
every time you come. You just need to refresh it every 2 years.
Okay. That's easy then.
So now I'm still have the possibility to come because my last time was 2018. So now we have 2020, so I can still come without visum now, but I think Corona is not on my side.
a few months, hopefully.
Yeah.
Maybe Dana fly out to Fire Island and use your bot.
Yeah, we're at 2 hours now. I don't have anything else. It's been
That it?
fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
I appreciate you coming on, Tom. It's nice talking to you.
Hell yeah.
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 It was fun to talk to you guys. I hope you had fun too, and maybe we can repeat it.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, yeah.
Absolutely. We'd love to have you on again. And thanks for your continuous support of our show, and we will continue to support your page. Your
Mhm.
bot is really, really, really special, and I see a lot of other people are chirping in. So I think you're doing a lot of good things, especially for betting. For people who are, some people, like we talked about, the UFC has so many fighters. It's hard to pick a winner. You know what I mean? If you don't
Yeah.
know. If you don't, there's so many fighters, like some of the guys next week, I'm like, I don't know. But you got the bot, you got the numbers, you got, you're plugging in stuff. So I think your page is really helpful for the MMA community. I would say so.
Thank you very much. And I try to do my best with this project. For me, it's still in project. Maybe in 1 year I say it makes no sense to continue. But
Yeah.
for now, I have a good feeling that this project can be successful. And yeah, I'm happy that you were with me on my way, and that I'm with you on your way to get this podcast famous. And yeah,
All the
let's
way,
do
dude.
it.
We're with you. We're with you all the way. We don't burn bridges over here.
Yeah.
If we're cool with you, we're cool with you for the long run.
Of course.
So your page, it's at godmode_MMA 2.0, or is that wrong?
Yes.
All right.
That's
So follow this guy at godmode_MMA 2.0 and check out his bot. If you're not gambling, then you're probably not an interesting person. So
it's a good guide for someone who just want to follow the fights to have a overview. I guess it's not
Absolutely.
only for bettors.
I know. I'm just being silly. All right,
Okay,
buddy.
guys.
Well, we'll let you go, Tom.
Yeah, have a good night.
Thanks again for coming on. What time is it there now? It's probably getting kind of late there, huh?
10:15.
There we go. All right. Well, I'll give you one final cheers, my friend. Thank you for coming on. There we go. Cheers, buddy. And we'll definitely do this again. You mark my word. This is on record. Not only is it on record that Sean O'Malley will fight Cody Garbrandt next, it's also on record that we will have you on the show again for sure.
All right. Have a nice one, okay?
Yeah.
All
Have a
right,
good
buddy.
night.
You take care. See you later.
Yeah, you too. Bye-bye.
See ya.
Peace out.